Today, I'm going to tell you how curiosity paved the way to kids' self-learning. So, when you look at this my Lego creation, before it was just a bunch of Lego, and you may think that, hey, this kid can't do right. And my friend also told me that. But then I was like, oh, I can do it. I started doing it every night, but it didn't even work. So I remember, there was that I could use the internet. Then I searched on the internet and said how to make something out of Lego. And then it showed me thousands of them. And I made this, a tiny headquarters. Quite cool, right? And you know that, like, when you want to learn something, you must be curious. Because the monkeys, we evolved from monkeys, you know? Wherein monkeys are distant relatives of us. We evolved from them. And you know, monkeys are curious creatures, like, what's this? Oh my god, food. No. Yeah, they are curious. And just like us, we are also curious. Like, I see a question, I don't know, and I don't know this question, and yeah, that makes me very curious. And I search on the internet to try to solve it. Everything must have a problem, okay? At least one problem. Even if it's a tiny problem, it's still a problem. And always we will have a solution to it. Yeah. So, like, one time, my family gave me a Rubik's Cube. And mom told me, if you can solve this, I'll give you $50. And then I was like, okay. I tried to solve it. And then for 2 hours straight, I was like, man, I can't even solve it. I managed to solve the white part first. But the others, yeah, I struggled. I said, oh, wait a minute. That's the internet. I searched on the internet. Yeah, I found it. Tutorial. Boom, 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 boom. And it's done. It took me just 1 minute. Yeah, but I forgot. Also, like, I want to give you another example. You were walking down the street, and then someone throws a snowball on you, right? And yeah, and you must imagine that you are in school, and the snowball are the questions the teacher asks you, like, what's 1 plus 1? What's 3 times 4? Yeah, those are snowballs throwing at your face. And the boy's like, yeah, you must have a way to defend yourself by answering those questions. Like that. Also, when there is a problem you can't solve, you must not give up. Never give up. You must try, keep trying. If you give up, nothing will be done. If you can't do this, you can't do that, and you can't do that, you can't do those, and yeah, just that. Like, you can't solve 1 plus 1, and so you don't know how to solve 30 times 1, 30 times 2, and then you go to bigger numbers, just like that. It keeps getting harder and harder. And I became smart by self-learning. Like, my mom gave me a question like, what's 200 times 3.5? And I was like, oh my god, I don't know. But then my teacher then I went to school and asked my teacher, hey teacher, can you teach me how to solve this? And my teacher said, of course, I would love to. She told me, and I knew the answer. Yeah, you should get help from everyone. Everyone. If you have big siblings, like maybe your cousin, maybe your brother, your sister, you can ask them, hey, can you help me solve this question? And they're like, Yeah, okay. And then they solve it. But if the problem is too hard and they cannot solve it, ask your parents. And if your parents are busy, just use the internet. Yeah, very easy to use, right? Am I right? Internet everywhere. Yes. Take that advantage to your point. Make that your advantage point by learning things on the internet. You maybe your mom's like, hey, go to your room and study. Stop searching these on the internet. But if that thing helps you in the future, like how to edit a video on YouTube and you're gonna upload one, maybe you can use that in your future to become a YouTuber. And it's worth it, yeah. No one's like, hey, stop wasting your time researching these random things. But it may help you in the future. So trust me, I said that once. And actually get 100 subscribers in just 2 weeks. That means 2 months. And I'm gonna tell you one more thing. We should always self-love. Like the teacher tells you to do this, do that, but it may not help you in the future. Like you want to become a YouTuber, but the teacher said become a doctor, and the teacher said everything about how to become a doctor. And well, I don't want to be a doctor. I want to be a YouTuber. And yeah, when you grow up, you become a YouTuber. The doctor things, yeah, they're useless in the YouTuber's video. Thanks for listening. Bye.